The bad news is that Source Compost as we know it is going out of business. But the good news is we're pivoting towards something better. But first I want to tell you about where we started, where we're going, and why we're ending our services as you know them. My name is Celestine, and in 2023 I started Source Compost.
Shortly after, I met my business partner Voula, who was on her 4th compost system, owned 500 worms in her home, and was balancing her home compost coach side hustle when not working at her corporate job. As long as I've known her, she's always been on her town environmental commission and been a huge advocate for native plants and local stewardship. We met at a time when we both wanted to make a living by helping the earth, teaching our neighbors how to do the same, and not selling more junk.
The mission of Source Compost has always been to keep food waste out of landfill and help people be better stewards of the earth. We wanted to figure out why more towns, schools, and restaurants don't compost. Why is there nowhere to put your food scraps other than the garbage?
We feel so aware of the state of our crumbling environment and our government. We're not capable of just getting regular jobs and putting our heads in the sand. So Voula and I are on a mission to bring more composting to northern New Jersey because it reduces waste, creates local jobs, brings people together, and it actively fights climate change. We strongly believe in starting where you are. We started this pickup service with what we had. We had some time off from our part-time jobs. We had our personal vehicles, 2 buckets, a website, a farmer connection, and a market.
Even though we didn't know of any local food waste composting sites, we did know this farm out here in Warren County where we could drop off our food waste. And we were sure that along the way and soon enough, we would meet some more local people that we could work with. Little did we know that at the state level, we ran into a lot of red tape, and at the more local farms, we were met with a lot of no's.
We also learned that it's illegal to sell the finished compost that we make. Well, it's not totally illegal, but you would need this permit, and it's over $10,000, and it's just not possible for us to get that permit at this time. They are working on making better permitting rules for us. We're waiting with anticipation for those to work out.
Even though we didn't ask, we had a lot of people telling us we were never going to make a profit or never be able to figure out how to make composting a viable business in New Jersey. And there were many, many, many times we wanted to give up. In fact, more sane people probably would have given up. However, we didn't, and we're not going to. And one of those biggest reasons is because of the people who have signed up and on board with us. So thank you for being on this journey with us. So thank anyone who's ever purchased a service or a product from us. Your support's meant the world to us, and your kind, encouraging words have motivated us to keep going. We've been talking to regulators and municipal leaders for the past few years, and the story is the same. The cost of hauling garbage is rising exponentially, and we're running out of landfill space, which we, the taxpayers, are paying for. It's so obvious to us that composting can fix so many of these problems. And we refuse to give up on composting because in business, people pay for solutions, and we have a solution. It just might look a little bit different than the pickup service we've been providing. Meanwhile, the cost of running our business has only been getting higher, and it's really time for a new vehicle.
And while the van has been the heart of our operation, driving to the farm has by far been the most expensive thing that we do. No matter how much we try to expand the pickup service, it's clear that this is not the solution.
Taking all of this into consideration, this spring, we're putting an end to the compost pickup service that we've been providing.
That is, until we find a local place where we can drop off your food scraps for you. In the meantime, and to replace the hauling service, we're offering at-home compost care and a community membership. We need at least 40 people to come along with us to be able to keep the lights on. Our community membership program costs $29 a month. It covers our overhead, it supports us in our advocacy and local composting efforts as we pivot towards something more important.
And we can help you remove invasive plants to hopefully rescue your natives that are growing. We need to create more community compost sites like we have right here at Ramapo College. And we need the help of towns and the state to help us get there. For paying community members, we want you to know if you are committing to us, we are committing to you.
We're not done. Some good news is that the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection is working on new and improved regulations coming out later this year.
And since we'll be spending less time and fuel driving all the way out to Warren County,
instead, we'd like to use that time to talk to city councils and anywhere people will have us talk about compost all over northern New Jersey.
if money was not an issue, we would love to get an urban farm that would be the base of our operations, where we could help people compost, where we could have an education center, and also even provide food back to the community. We'd also like to grow native plants that support pollinator populations, develop worm and BSF farming as a means of efficient and compact urban food waste upcycling. And in the more immediate future, we'd really like to get a hybrid Ford Maverick,
so fuel efficient as our service vehicle.
We know that our new services might come at a higher premium and it's not in everyone's budget. If that's the case, my greatest hope is that the next time we pick up your food scraps, it's paid for by your tax dollars and being composted in your own town.
In late July, we'll be partnering with another business that's similar to ours that can handle the pickups. We just ask that you let them know that we sent you, because every referral counts.
If you want to continue to support Source Compost mission, here's our call to action. Please join as a paying member, donate money, or give us a follow on social media or join our email newsletter. And you may ask, what do paid members get?
I'm so glad you asked. Community members get an orientation call with me to get started on their compost journey. They get access to all our educational materials. They get access to our 24-hour question hotline. You get discounted consultations and check-ins at a membership rate. You get delivery fees waived if you need carbon support. And what is carbon support? Carbon is a drop-off of wood chips to make composting luxurious. If there's one thing I've learned with backyard composting over the 12, 15 years I've been doing it, it's not cookie cutter. And everyone's gonna have different needs. And if you commit to us, we commit to you, and we're here to offer a solution for whatever wall you hit.
When you support Source Compost, you're helping us solve a bigger societal and environmental problem. I know you guys are all gonna have a lot of questions like, why don't you start a nonprofit? Why don't you just get traditional investments? Why don't you work with more schools? Yes, yes, and yes. We wanna do all of it. And please drop your questions in the comments and we would love to get back to you.
We hope you'll come on this new paradigm shift with us.